Hi, I'm Emmanuel Margolin. Most people know me as Manny. I'm the principal investigator of the RSV program at Afrigen Biologics. I've been at Afrigen for about 3 years now. My primary mandate at Afrigen is to spearhead the RSV vaccine program, which will be a vaccine that's primarily intended for maternal immunization to protect young infants during that very vulnerable early window of life, and also to immunize elderly, more vulnerable people, most probably after the age of about 65. And outside of that, I'm also involved in a couple of projects that are looking to improve uh, the productivity and quality of mRNA that we make. I was born in Cape Town. I'm a microbiologist slash virologist by training. I did my BSc at UCT on main campus in molecular and cell biology. And then afterwards, I went down to medical school for postgraduate studies. Initially, I did an honors in infectious diseases and immunology, and then a master's and a PhD. And between that, I worked for the lab where I studied for a few years. So most of my focus over the course of my academic career was on vaccine development in some capacity or another. I did a lot of work in making vaccine antigens in plants, and there's a lot of interest in that just to produce a cheaper source of vaccines for low middle income countries. So, not too different from the mandate of Afrigen, just a slightly different technology focus. But for the most part, most of my career has really been revolving around either vaccines or vaccine biotechnology with the idea of trying to make vaccines accessible where they're needed most. I think it's mostly about the impact, really. Vaccines have always drawn me just because, in terms of biomedical intervention with the widest impact, I think that vaccines really are where it's at. So, especially working in low middle income countries where vaccines are often largely inaccessible, where the burden of disease is the greatest, developing vaccines in that context really gives us the opportunity to have the biggest impact. It's a difficult one. I'll go slightly outside of the framework of the question. I think for me, the most exciting thing in that space is really the mRNA technology transfer hub. That was the reason I joined Afrigen. I was in academia before then for most of my career, and just having the kind of backing of WHO and MPP and such a broad scope where we can really make a big impact and start to manufacture vaccines, especially on the back of COVID, where so many people died unnecessarily because of just inequitable vaccine access. So, being able to be part of that, where we can really change the trajectory of healthcare on the continent, is really exciting for me.